Okay, so very good afternoon to you all. My name is Gaurav and welcome back to BISP Solution. So for today, I will be taking how to prepare reconciliation, then importing pre-map data, changing a period status, then closing and locking the format, and how to create format and profile. Okay, this all thing we will be taking today. So let me go to my instance first. Okay, fine, my voice is audible. Okay, fine. So what was our first step? First step is to go to application cluster over here. Then you have to go to configuration. First step is to create the format. Okay, then we will create a profile. Then we will be loading our data in period. Okay, so first let's just create a format from very beginning. Click on the add icon. Okay, so this is all. Let's go to the format card, which is here. Over here you see the add icon over here. Just click on it. So the things which are star mark over this, these are the mandatory ones. Okay, so first give the name. This is the basic reconciliation. Okay, so just give us bank reconciliation, bank reco. So you see here bank reconciliation is already there, so I will be giving the name as bank reco. Description is mandatory, not mandatory. If you want to, you give. If you do not want, you won't be giving. Then we have methods. So the first method here is account analysis. Then we have account analysis with transaction matching, then balance comparison, balance comparison with transaction matching, all this. So we'll be keeping it simple. Then so click on balance comparison. So here you see this display account ID as concatenated string. What this means? This means that first of all, I hope let me see if the screenshot is there in my system so that I can show you. So let me go to my screenshot, pictures, screenshot. I hope, yes, there. Okay, here you can see here this account ID. Okay, there are two systems. The day before yesterday only I tell you. The first is company, then we have accounts here, and there is a semicolon between them. So when we add more than one segments here in account ID, we choose concatenated string in our system. If I drill it down there, then there it will show individual segment. When we select this individual segment, then at the time when we have one segment only, it might be your company or might be your account, but this not happens. We always have at most two, either company or accounts. Okay, then we have required zero unexplained difference. It means that if you tick mark on this, if there is certain balance comes at the time of reconciliation which is not zero, more than zero, then this reconciliation which we are preparing, it won't be closed, it won't be approved. Okay, so I will be not checking this. Then we have group reconciliation, so we'll do this group reconciliation later. Just right now I will be preparing this reconciliation for single profile. Then we have here prevent file upload. Okay, this is the thing. Suppose you attach any file in your format or in your profile. Okay, so at the time when you try to approve and submit this reconciliation, the preparer who will be doing this task, he won't be able to finish this reconciliation. Why? Because we have check mark on this, so it will prevent the upload. Okay, that's the thing. So uncheck for the moment. So look, this three thing you will see here. First is the balance summary, then is the system adjustment, then you have subsystem adjustment. Okay, then here we can see column label hide. Just have a look and I will show you something. Save it for the moment and close it. Now just go to the reconciliation. Where is my here? Fine. So I'm showing you something like a source system summary and adjustment, all these things. What are all that? Suppose this is the reconciliation previously prepared in our system. So here you see, first we have the summary page. This is the summary page. Then we have adjustment to journal. So we set all these things in our format level. Okay, that's why I have bring you here to show what all this adjustment to GL, adjustment to bank. This is the source system and this is the subsystem. Okay, and this is the summary. Now just go back to the format which we are working on. Configuration, go to the formats. Okay, here this is the format which we are preparing. Okay, so here you see balance summary which I've shown you just right now. Then we have system adjustment and subsystem adjustment. So here the name is given, so system will be labeled as source system only. If I want to change, I can give any name, ADJ DJ2 SRC, which is source system. Okay, same as I can change the name for this one. Okay, then column label, and then the option here we see is the hide. Suppose if you do not want to show any column or label, you can hide it from here. I would recommend you to keep only those columns and labels which you want to do at the time of reconciliation, which is important at the time of reconciliation. There is no need of putting all these columns in your system because it get compiled and might create a difference. Okay, you might get confused if there is multiple columns. Okay, then we have system adjustment here. So there are some things in system adjustment. First we have transaction details. So I already told you about the concept of amortization and accretion. Okay, so if you are preparing suppose prepaid expenses, then you have to enable this. Okay, suppose let me show you, there might be previously format is for prepaid expenses. Let me show you. Look here, it is enable, it is default enable. Okay, because the format is prepaid expenses. Just close it, then go back to our format. This system adjustment, all this transaction detail I will tell you when we do the reconciliation. Okay, this all things appear when we're doing the reconciliation. All these details you can see here. This here, short description is there, then long description is there, all this. If you want to add, just click on this. There are few more attributes you can add. Look, short description is already there. If I want to add the short description, I won't be able to add because it's already there, it's default added. Look, error, the selected attribute has already been assigned. Okay, so choose anything else, look like this. So then we have type. When you select any attribute, you get all these things. Type is yes or no. The preparer or the viewer, whoever you assign the task, he will be giving the yes or no answer. Okay, then we have rule. So there is always one rule, which is, just see what the rule is. I think set attribute, yeah, set attribute access. So this is the rule which is defined, which is pre-built in the format for transactions. Okay, so later we'll see this, just keeping this session very basic for so that you can understand it easily, what are the rules and all things. So just close it for right now. Then we have action plan. Action plan also shown in our reconciliation. Okay, when we do adjustment to our system, at that time it will show. So when you click on show action plan, it will enable, and you have to give the answers. Look here, editable by preparer. You can change it if you want. Preparer can edit it. If he wants to give the closing date, any action plan closing date he wants to change, he can change, because he has the right to change. Okay, then after expand we have rules. So there are 5 rules, I think so. These rules are for transactions. Remember this thing, when you prepare a format, under formats, system adjustment, you will get 5 rules. Okay, these rules are for transactions, not for reconciliation. There are separate rules for reconciliation. Okay, so here first transaction said that copy transaction from prior reconciliation. This we choose when we preparing any like prepaid expenses or any previously held transactions. Suppose we already have the data of previous month, we already load the data of 5 to 6 months, so we can choose this rule so that we do not have to manually upload the files. Then there is the second rule which says this prevent transaction save. This, when you select this, you have to give the conditions. Okay, why you are preventing this transaction to be saved, then you have to give the condition over here. Okay, the source is what, in which this rule will working. If you want to work this rule on reconciliation, it will work on reconciliation. If you want this rule to work on balance, it will work on balance. If you want this reconciliation to work, this rule to work on transaction, it will work on transactions. Okay, like this. Attribute, you can see it, pick from here if you want. If you want pick for the balance, later I will show you what all this. Then we have operator. I hope you understand after, before, between, less than, more than, and. When we pass the rule, right now I'm not be giving any rule because I want to keep this session very basic. When I give the rule, I will tell you how to give all these things and how to prepare a condition. Okay, then next we have require transaction attachment. If you want to give any attachment, if you want your preparer to give any attachment, you can select this rule and give the condition. Then if you want prevent the transaction from delete, if you want that your preparer or reviewer won't delete this transaction, so you can choose this. Then we have prevent amount edit. If the administrator wants that the amount will not be editable by anyone, he can choose this option, this rule one. Okay, so this here you can see how to create with this icon you can create the condition. And if you want to create multiple conditions, then you have to go for this create condition for the group. And suppose you want to delete any condition, you can delete it with this delete icon. Okay, like this. Then next we have same thing we will be having in our subsystem adjustment, like here, same the transaction details, action plan, rules, and all this. Okay, fine. So next we have the instructions. If you want to give any instruction to the preparer or the reviewer, you can give here, just type any instructions if you want to give. Okay, like this. If you want your preparer to be done this reconciliation on the particular time, you can give the instruction like this is the date, before this you have to complete this reconciliation, like this. And if any reference, suppose any file you want to be attached, general like your general entries and all files, stock number, invoice, all this. Then we have attributes. Attributes are the additional items. Look here, when we select on attributes, there are accounting date you can add, action plan category, adjust to create amount, debit amount, all this, document number, your invoice, currency, the demo code, all these things. If you want additional things, you can add with this attribute. And there is one more thing in attribute, this attributes which are here. Okay, fine, I just closed it, once again open it. Okay, this attributes you see here, these are the predefined attributes. Okay, if you want to add any attribute as per your choices, there is an option here in the left hand side. Okay, with this you can add custom attribute. Okay, I will be showing how to make a custom attribute later. So move to the next thing, which is our question. If you want to ask any question to your preparer, like did you finish this reconciliation on time, all this thing, you can ask the question from here. Just add, click on add, then type the question and what type you want, either date or time, integer, list, multi, all this you can pick. If you want this to be yes or no, set this one. And whom you are going to assign this: preparer, reviewer, power user, commentator, administrator, viewer, all this. Okay, and if you click on this required, it means it is compulsory to answer, and if you uncheck this, it is not mandatory to answer this question. Okay, so the at the time when you're giving the reconciliation and when preparer submit this reconciliation, if the administrator click on this check button, the preparer won't be able to submit because he have to answer this first, yes or no, then only he will. Administrator won't be checking on this icon. Preparer can easily submit it. It is not mandatory to answer the question. Okay, so next we have rules. So these rules are for the reconciliation. Okay, the rules we have seen in properties which are under transactions, those rules belong to transaction particularly. Okay, and these rules we are seeing here, these are 9 rules. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9 rules are there, and these rules are for our reconciliation. Look here, you can auto submit your reconciliation. You have to give the condition here and it will get auto submit. Then you can prevent the reconciliation to be submitted, then auto approve the reconciliation. Who can approve the reconciliation? The person who is reviewing it. Okay, so there is no need to just switch the user, the reconciliation automatically gets approved. Then next we have prevent reconciliation approve. We can prevent the reconciliation to be approved, then prevent reconciliation to be rejection. Yeah, we can create any alerts. Okay, so here alerts, you can also see a bell icon over here. With this you can customize your alerts. Later I will tell you how to customize your alerts and how to add alert as per your choice. Then we have send email on update, require reconciliation attachment. If you want any attachment that the preparer should attach to the reconciliation, you can choose this rule. Then we have set attribute value. So all these are the rules. Then we have levels. If you want all levels, reviewer 1, reviewer 2, to go through with this rule and condition, then you can select all. If you want particular one reviewer to review this reconciliation as well as rule, you can tick mark on particular one. Same as here I have shown you in transaction condition we have here. There's nothing difference, but remember this thing, there are 6 rules for transaction and there are 9 rules for reconciliation. Okay, where we find those rules? In properties, system adjustment. 1 rule we have in transaction and remaining 5 we have in rules over here. Okay, and the rest of 9 rules are here in reconciliation. Okay, this, then we have history. I created a format, then label I have changed, which is source system label I have changed to adjusted to SR. All the tasks we are performing, we are changing, we are adding, all this it will show in the history. Okay, so this is how we prepare a format. Just save and close it. Then next step comes to prepare profile. Okay, look here, creating format and profile. Just go to instance. For creation of profile, just go to profile card. Okay, here you see the add icon. Click on this add icon. The entire page of new profile gets open. This is the window. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 things you have to give, and the history. This is to see what all things you have given and what all things you have removed. Okay, before this, let me show you my files which I will be loading. This is my source system. Okay, look here, let me zoom it to you. Oh shit. Okay, zoom it to you. This here you see you have reconciliation account ID 450 semicolon 500. Then we have currency code which is USD, and the amount which is 45,000. Then next we have is our subsystem balance. So let me open and show you. Like here, look, the reconciliation ID for both the source system and subsystem will be same. Make sure that currency code is USD and the amount is 50,000. So here you see the difference of 5,000. Look here, this one and this one. Okay, so there is a 5,000 amount difference. So let's just upload this. Let's just create a profile first, then we upload this balances to a system. Okay, so first we have company. So what is the company? Which is 450. 450 is our company. 500 is our accounts. And name I will be giving as bank. Rico demo, or either I can do as D, which is demo short form. Description is not mandatory. If you want to give, you can give, otherwise just leave it. This active icon is by default check, do not uncheck this. Then we have process. We have created a balance sheet. Yesterday only I show you how to create the balance sheet for the process. Then we have risk rating, which we have created. Select as medium. Account type, this is the bank reconciliation, so we can either go to bank or we can go for cash. So just look, bank is there. Oh, bank is not there, so just go for cash. Select on cash and click OK. Then we have normal balance. To select it, you have to use this button. Okay, search button, cash, and OK. And to remove, just this pencil icon, with this you can remove. Then we have debit. Then yesterday we only see this aging profile, so I will be giving it as 10 days. Balance explanation, just give us 12 same as 10 days only. Then what else we have? This summary profile we will be doing in our upcoming session. So this is file. When we do summary profile, there are many more. So okay, fine, it's reconnecting. Close this. So then we have our methods in auto reconciliation. So first method we have balance is 0. So understand this thing. Suppose in Excel, let me open with a Excel file. Where is it? This one. So look here, if there is 0 in this profile, the amount is 0, and you select here balance is 0, then it reconcile. You won't be have to giving any adjustment, any explanation, nothing else. It automatically get reconciled. Okay, like this. This is how automation work. Just close it. Select is balance is 0. Then okay, there are 4 methods also. This is balance 0 with no activity. This is same as balance. Then we have balance with match with certain % of tolerance, and as to this are not for our use. If we are giving certain tolerance in our transaction matching, right now I am in RC, so there is no use of this tolerance amount. Then here we have manual enter balances. So this we use only for, suppose I am showing you, I'm not doing all this thing in real time. When I do all this thing in real time, I won't be checking these two options. This is because I'm loading my file in the system, my ERP file. Suppose these two are my ERP file, which is source system and subsystem. I will be loading these balances in my ERP file in my application. So if I want to be uploading this two files in my system, I can directly enable these two options and directly give the amount in my application only. I will be showing this later, how to give this manual amount. So right now do not check this. And we have instructions. So it is same as the format levels of instructions. If you want to give any instruction to your preparer or to the reviewer who is working on this, you can give from here. Okay, then we have workflow. Workflow is the most important thing here. First you have to assign the preparer. Suppose Alex Smith. I want this user to be my preparer. I select it from here. Before doing this, let me clear something to you. Just close it and just go to your access control. And manage application role here. So Alex Smith here. Select on this setting icon. This is the way how you assign roles to your user. Okay, here the Alex Smith, who is my user, he has the rights that he can manage the access control. Okay, what else I can make him? Let me make him as a preparer, reconciliation preparer. Okay, click OK. So Alex Smith is my preparer as well. Successful. Like this you can, previously there was a create option here, you can create any user if you want under any name. Okay, right now it is not there, so with this you have to go this user which are default in the system. Then next we have to, let me go to my profile first. So under profile, let me search for the profile which I have created just right now, 500. Actually I haven't saved it. It might get discard, I think so. It will take time. So it's not here. I have to prepare it again because I haven't saved it and directly close it, so it get discarded. No problem, we will give just required things. Bank, Rico, Dio, medium, account type will be cash. This thing I just haven't saved it and I directly cancel it, so it just haven't saved it and I directly cancel it, so it get discarded. So I just again preparing the profile from the very beginning. Okay, done. Then save it. Make sure that we close anytime when next time when I cancel it, it won't get discarded. Then instruction I have shown you. Workflow. We were here in the workflow. You have to assign the user for the preparer thing. So just click on this add user icon and just search. If you want to search with name, you can just type it here And if you want directly all the user to be searched, just click on this search. Do not need to input anything here, just click on search. So Alex Smith is my preparer, select him. Then we have frequency, which we created yesterday. Monthly and quarterly I have. So monthly I will be picking. Okay. Then we have you have to understand this thing, schedule form start date offset. Okay. Suppose, let me open my Excel file. I think I closed it. Suppose any fab. First is my starting date of the reconciliation, then we have and close. Okay, so 28th of Feb I will be starting my reconciliation to be work from the first day of Feb. Then the reconciliation will get end on 20th of Feb. Then I will be given 3 extra days so that it can goes to close its status, okay, before, which is March 3rd. This is my closing date. Okay, now the thing coming here is what is start date offset. This date shows that after 3rd of March, when my reconciliation get closed, after that preparer will get 3 to 4 extra days. Suppose 7th of March. Okay, like this. I give him 4 extra days to work on this reconciliation. This is a start date offset. Okay, so how many days he will get? 3 this and 7 this. Total 7 days for the month of March. Look here. My closing date after, you can here have 2 options. Either you can go with end date or you can go with close date. So it is recommended to go with close date, and we will be giving 3 extra days to the preparer to work on the reconciliation. And the duration, you already know how this duration stays with the preparer. Then we have reviewer over here. So reviewer task we will be assigning to Amy Marlin. Okay, so assign him as a reviewer. Then if you want to add any backup, not only for reviewer, if you want to add any backup user for the preparer, you can add with this here. Then frequency you can change monthly or quarterly. Duration, I want to give Amy Marlin 2 days to work on the reconciliation, to see the reconciliation, audit it, investigate it, and approve it. Okay, so this is my duration days. Then save it. Next we have the currency tab. So in currency tab, first we have is the rate type. So yesterday only I created the rate type and I explained you what is entered function and formatting. This option you only enable when there is a need of multi-currency, otherwise just uncheck this. We are working on functional, so we'll be selecting this enable and we will be picking our currency. USD is my currency because, let me show you why. As I shown you in my ERP, which is data file, here my currency code is USD. That's why I pick USD as my functional currency over here. Okay, then again save it. Then we have commentators. If you want any person to be going through this reconciliation and comment down their opinions, you can add here. And as same goes to the viewer over here. Then we have attributes. This are the attributes, same as the format. Okay, look here, these are the same, nothing difference. So close it. Then we have rules. These rules are for the reconciliation, as I already said you. So close them. Okay, so we're done creating our profile. Just save and close it. Look here, after saving and closing it, check for the validity. If this green mark shows here, that means your profile is completely ready and it's validate. There is no things you have to go under check again. So what we have done, we have created the format, we have created the profile. Our next job is to do importing the data to the system. For importing our data, first we'll go to period. Okay, before I go to period, let me taking later, tomorrow only, because you get confused in this thing. Then we importing our premium data. We check for the status, period status, and how to close and lock it. Okay, so first let me show you how to close, lock, and your period. If you want to perform all this close and lock thing in multi period, just press on your control button and select one by one the period. Okay, here this 4-5 periods are in the pending status right now, because you see a watch icon on them. When I click on them, they look here. When I step my mouse cursor on it, it is showing the pending status. And when I go to set status to open, it will goes to green. This, and a small folder icon will visible in green like this. In December it's showing. Same as goes to November. Okay, look here, you can see free. And if I want to close them, I can close them. And if I want to lock, I can lock them. Okay, like this. So I won't be locking them right now. Just open them again like this. And if you want to do this task for a particular period, just select on it and set the status. Both thing I have told you how to do multiple folders, how to select multiple period and set the status. Next thing is these 3 dots. Click on this. First we have set status, which we have already seen here. Then we have import currency rate. This thing we can do with our configuration also in currency, and the same thing we do for particular periods from here. Okay, we won't be have to select the periods from the configuration. We can directly go to period and select any period, and we can import our currency for that period. Then we have import data. This import data is for not right now for your use. This is for when we're doing DM, when we import our data. At the time when we're performing DM, we use this import data use over that time. Then we have import premium data. This thing I will be showing you today, how to import this ERP file in our application. Okay, just close it. Then we have auto reconcile. All the reconciliation which are pending in this period, particular December 24, you can auto reconcile them with this single click on auto reconcile. Then we can create reconciliation. What else? This thing I will be telling you later what is check for the missing reconciliation. Then we have report. With this we can generate entire report. For this, what all things I want to include to generate the report, I can select here. Include alerts. We can include alerts. We can include attachments. We can include transaction with details, and just click on generate and it will generate a report for this period. So let me select any month. Suppose June is my month, and just click on import premium data here. So this is how you're going to import your data file in your application. So first select the file, which is I have set it on desktop under the name of source bank. This is the file. Okay, first I will be loading my source system balances, then I will be loading my subsystem balance. Select the type. First we will loading source system, then select it. Period you can change from here if you want. Currency I will be taking as functional because we enable functional in our profile. Okay, And always remember this file delimiter always be comma. Okay, and the mode is snapshot. Just click on import, close it. Now if you want to see that the profiles get this data get imported to your application, just go to view data, load result, and here you can see the status. It is in the post processing status. Just refresh it again, refresh it. Yeah, completed. If any error arises here in this status, just drill it down. You have two columns here. First is the properties, the name, the description, start date, end date, run by, all things you can see here. Look here, completed, completed, completed. Okay, status is completed. And if this status shows error, you have to go here, error, and check what is the error occurring, and according to that make changes to your source system file, and then you have to re-import it to your application like this. Okay, this is a simple step. Then what else we have here? Just go back to your premap. Now I will be loading my subsystem. Where it is? Subsystem bank. Okay, here. Close it and check for the status. Refresh it. Post processing. Look here, it is completed. Okay, like this. So this 3-step is how to create format, profile, and import the data. Fourth step, which is to prepare the reconciliation. Okay, so that thing I will be telling you later, yesterday only, because there might be something in reconciliation I want to show you. That's why just here click on this and this action. By this, click on this action after loading your job data with period. You can see a create reconciliation. This I will tell you later how to create the reconciliation, and how we will be working on this reconciliation later or yesterday only. Then what else I am lacking? Let me see if something else is remaining. So we have created the format, we have created the profile, we see the status of closing it, locking the period. We can change the period status. We have seen we imported our premap data. Okay, so fine. Okay, so why don't we just see a error file, how error file will go. Suppose here, just open my ERP file, and I hope this will work so that I can show you how you can work on the error file. As I already loaded this data to my application, but still I want to show you. If it's work, then fine, otherwise I will show you later. Okay, just go to the period again, June. Choose the file, select the file, select the file balance type, which is our source system, period function. Okay, fine, import. Now let's go to view data and load result. Look here, yeah, it's work. So see here, this tagging failed, and there are two error. Look here, when you see this status tagging failed, just go to error and see here, this profile ID column is invalid. invalid column. You have to change the profile ID to the reconciliation account ID. Okay, so what we do, we just, this is the short trick, just copy this, Control C, then just go to your data file and Control V, paste it here. Okay, and just copy the format from here and Control Alt V, paste the format. Fine, that's how we do this to the error files. Okay, so I have shown you how to import data and how to work on the error files. Rest all thing I will be taking tomorrow only. So let me go back to my schedule and let's see what we have done. And so session, this one, 28th, we have completed the 4th session. We prepare the we haven't prepared the reconciliation, so we will be preparing the reconciliation tomorrow only. Okay, in this one, 5th session, because I wanted to show something in this one, so that's why I've given this to this 5th session. Okay, so that's all. If any doubt comes, just comment it down and I will take that doubt in the next session. And stay fine, stay safe. Thank you.